and that is the New York Jets. And they've also gone relatively crazy. Uh, we already talked about Marcus May last week. He received the franchise tag. They signed Gerard Davis, former top 10, so former first round pick with the Detroit Lions on a 1 year, $7 million deal. They got Josh Adams, the former Eagles running back. And the main
Corey
signings
Davis,
they
Amal.
had, yeah, is Corey Davis on a 3 year, $37.5 million contract. That was a big time deal. I mean, it's a big loss for the Titans too, considering that that's a big player to lose, man. And Corey Davis did bounce back and had a good season this past year. So, 37.5 million for 3 years. I mean, it's not. I think that's pretty. That's not bad. That's pretty reasonable. I think. I mean, if the Aguilar is getting 13 mil a year, I don't see why Corey Davis can't. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. And then the next one, Carl Lawson, signing a 3 year, $45 million deal. Carl Lawson's a very underrated defensive end. He was probably one of the players that I wanted the Colts to get, honestly. But yeah, he played for the Cincinnati Bengals, and he's been a monster. So 3 years, 45 million. I mean, I'm a fan of that too. So with the current roster that the Jets have, it's it's unsure what they're planning on doing with Sam Darnold, and if they move on from him, they can get a haul for him. But with the current team they have, even with Sam Darnold finally has the weapons with Corey Davis and Denzel Mims there. So I'm a fan with that. Their defense is now getting even better with Gerard Davis and Carl Lawson. So I mean, I expect good things out of the Jets. I expect them to probably we're gonna do a mock draft soon, and we'll see what we think about where the Jets really go in this position. But it's very interesting predicament to be in if you're part of the New York Jets. They could trade for Deshaun Watson. They could trade down in the draft. They could not go Zach Wilson. They could trade Sam Darnold. There's a bunch of crap that can happen. And we just have to see that unfold. But I mean, they're at least setting the foundation right, and Robert Saleh knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and you hit on Robert Saleh, and I was waiting for you to say his name because he clearly knows what he's doing. And before we go to Robert Saleh, though, I want to just talk about the failures of Sam Darnold. And obviously, the biggest failure that the Jets had was not like cutting or getting rid of Adam Gase like a year or two, or even bringing him in like period. Like that was their biggest mistake. But the second one was they just didn't really have a strong offensive arsenal when it came to what they had for Sam Darnold to throw the ball to. I mean, their number one wide receiver was Jamison Crowder and a rookie Denzel Mims. Like Denzel Mims is hurt now. He's going to have Denzel Mims year two, who I was really high on coming out of Baylor. Corey Davis, who almost had 1,000 yards last season. You're improving the offense, and you're trying to learn from the mistakes of the previous organization, which is what Joe Douglas, who is the current GM, is doing. He realized that, you know what, we can't succeed if we don't have pass catchers, and I'm going to go out and get pass catchers. And I just really like what the Jets are doing. I think they're building a really strong foundation with Joe Douglas and with Adam Saleh. He's a great motivator, great defensive mind, and I think he's going to get his players to play for him. And I don't think that's something Adam Gase really had. He didn't have this personality around him. He didn't have this aura. He didn't have the guys fighting. And I think Adam Saleh can do that. And then I think one thing that's kind of going under the radar mall is Mike LaFleur, the offensive coordinator, rather, coming from Kyle Shanahan's offense, that's only going to improve your team. He's from the Niners coaching tree. He's brothers with Matt LaFleur, the Green Bay Packers head coach. This guy is our offensive mastermind. In all honesty, he was definitely the best offensive coordinator on the market when it came to finding those jobs. And he followed Adam Saleh here. So he clearly believes in what he's doing. You have another great offensive mind there who's going to help whoever the quarterback is, whether it be Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Trey Lance. This shit goes crazy in the draft. You have CJ Mosley coming back from COVID. You have Quinnen Williams, who had a great second half of his second career. And he's just going to get even better with Adam Saleh, I'm sure. Ashton Davis, Carl Lawson, who you mentioned, Mekhi Becton going into his second year, who was really good. Marcus May. There's lots of good pieces on this Jets team. And I don't think they're going to be like a Super Bowl team or even a playoff team this year, but I think you're going to build the foundation for Sam Darnold or whoever the quarterback is. You're just building a strong foundation for whoever that is to go into 2022 and 2023 with the chance to be a true playoff team if you make the right moves. They're handling their cards really well. And I like what they're doing in New York.